alphaplanes.webs.com.
So today is part 2 of my how to get 3 position flap switch settings on your DX6i, which I have over here. So the first thing you'll want to do is turn on your plane with all switches in the up position or away from you position, making sure throttle's in the lowest position and you're on the right model memory. Plug in your plane. There we go. Right, so what I've first found is that my flaps have gone straight down, as you saw, and I want it to be in the switch position that it's in at the moment. I want it so, let's see if we can get this, when the gear switch is flicked away from me, I want the flaps to be up, when it's towards me, down. So the first thing I'll need to do is go into my settings on the radio and reverse that. Right, so the first thing I'll need to do is go into the main menu, go down to setup list right at the bottom, and then go to reverse here, and then find the gear channel and go to reverse, making sure that, so then it'll go down into the new position, so then when it's away from me, flaps will go up. Right, so I'll just show you this before we do anything. So now it's in the correct position. As you can see here, I've got pretty full throws. So what I'll now need to do is go back into my 6i, and then what I'll need to change is what I'd want as half flap. And to do this on the gear channel, you go back to the adjust list, and then you go down to travel adjust, and then in the down position with the gear, you can see the little arrow changed on there. I'm going to set it to where I want it, so we'll just see where that would be. So you make the number get smaller and smaller until it's where I want it, and I want it about there. So for me on my radio, that is 32% it says. So then we go back to the regular list, and then we go down to, I'm going to go to mix 2 because I already have something in mix 1. So we're going to activate mix 2, and we're going to set it gear to gear. And then what we're going to do, this is where everything will be different depending on who you are. Because I had to reverse my channel, I'll just show you like this so you can see the mix and the plane. Because I had to reverse the channel, if you see, you'll need to make sure that the flaps are in the down position, otherwise this won't work. So you can see that nothing's moving around, the flaps aren't moving when I mess around with the down switch. Make sure that is in the 0 position. So then we go to up. Also, you need to make sure that the switch is activated, but I know that it works in the down position. So you can see here that the flaps are now moving. So I'm going to set it to 125. Then we go back to lift, and then that should be it. So now we should have, with the flaps are now on the gear switch here, and then you can have full flaps by flicking the mix switch towards you, and then half flaps with it away, and then no flaps. And all of this video has been done with what would normally be a 5-channel receiver. Excuse me. So if we just take a look over here, pop off this, the flaps are now plugged into the gear channel rather than aux 1. So then this would be worth, if you had only a 5-channel receiver like the AR5, 500, you could still do this. But you'd have to plug it into the gear channel rather than the flaps like I plug it into. So anyway, this has been part 2 on how to get 3-position flap switch on a 5-channel receiver and the DX6i. Thanks for watching.
alphaplanes.webs.com